Wow. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining YouTube Live. Hey, thank you. Hey, if you can, take a moment and text everybody you know, 4 or 5 other people that should be on here that you want to bless. Text them real quick and tell them to jump on real quickly, real quickly. We're about ready to get started. And tonight, my topic is, did you know? Did you know? Did you know it's your time? Well, what do you mean, Mr. Thomas? It's your time to rise and shine. It's your time. That's right. It's your time. I don't care what anybody said. It's your time. Now, this call tonight is going to bring it home to you. And I'm going to tell you something. The man upstairs, God, the Lord, he uses anybody he wants to. And nobody's perfect. No one. No one. He was only one perfect. So it's your time to rise and shine. Have you got those text messages going out there real quick to get your friends on here to watch it? If not, they can always go back to the channel, Al Thomas Official, and watch it, okay? But let's get started. It's your time to rise and shine. All these years, you've been told no, no. Now, if I take the word no, if I get a piece of scratch paper and write the word no out, I want to share something with you about the word no. If you write the word no out, N-O, N-O, you've been heard no all your life. No, you can't do this. No, you can't have that. No, no, no. The word no. See if that, there we go. No. Successful people take the no, we flip it upside down to on to the next person. Because not everybody is going where God's got you going, first of all. So it could be a family member, it could be a loved one, it could be your spouse sometimes, yeah. But understand, not everybody's going and can go where God's got you going. You know, you always hear you can't have this, you can't do this. No. Who do they think, watch this, they are telling you no? Think about it. Who's telling you no? I mean, how do you know? So why are you telling me no? How would you know? You'll never amount to nothing. How many of you guys heard that one out there? You like your mommy. You like your daddy. You like uncle. You like this person. Why can't I be like me? I don't want to be like Mike. Why can't I be like me? So you'll hear these things. You're too old. I mean, heard that one. You're too young. Nobody's going to listen to you, baby. You're just too young. You only 8. Look, God uses whoever he wants to use at whatever ages. You're uneducated because you live on the wrong side of the track. Well, most people who are successful have lived on the wrong side of the track. They had a desire to have more and do more. Or what about this one? You don't have what it takes. Now, I started my entrepreneur journey at the age 18 and never looked back. And for the last 36 years, I have been building an empire. The question is, that's what they say. I have a question for every one of you out there. Who's they? Who are they? Who are they to say who I can be and what I can be? Who are they? So, no, it's your time. I want you to know it's your time. Did you know? Yes, right. That's why I came out with the talk tonight. It's your time to rise and shine. You. That means you. Means you, my friend. You were born for a time like this. Let me tell you why. You're in the right place at the right time, the right century, the right decade, the right year, and the right moment. It is your time. You are so unique. Let me tell you how unique you are. Every one of you is so unique. You're just one of a kind. You are one of a kind. Whether anybody told you or not, or you read that little black book called Bible, B-I-B-L-E, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, you are so unique. You're very unique. You're one of a kind. You're what I call an original. There is no one like you. No one. Out of the billions of people on this earth, there's no one like you. Let me tell you why. In that little black book, he says, every hair on your head is numbered. He knows you. I wish I had hair. You're so unique. Every hair on your head is numbered. The scripture says in Matthew 10:30, it says this, but even the very hairs of your head are numbers. Wow. I didn't know I was that unique, Mr. Thomas. I thought I was like everybody else. No, you're not. You were born to stand out. And it's your time to rise and shine. It's your time. Out of the billion of people on this earth, or this spaceship I call Earth, you have the only fingerprints that you have. Do you realize no one else have the same fingerprints you have? We all have fingerprints, but yours is so unique. Do you realize that? It's your time to rise and shine to the occasion. Have you ever asked yourself, why was I born at a time like this? Why was I born at this age to wake up? Why was I? Well, the answer is it's your time. Because remember, he doesn't make mistakes. Only you have that gift that the world needs. On my channel, I came out with a book called God's Gifts. It's up to 71,000 people have listened to it, and or many people have downloaded it. It's your time. Let me say it again. You have a gift. Every one of you listening to me today, you know deep down in your inner sanctum of your spiritual soul, you knew you were unique. You knew it. But nobody's ever told you how unique you are. You are a gift from God, and you have a gift that the world needs. And let me tell you something else. The gift that you have, only you can bring that gift. Only you can bring that gift. And some of you starting to think, I always knew I was different. Let me tell you about these 5 eagles that were flying overhead, and they saw this baby eagle down below. And God always referred himself to be an eagle or a lion, majestic animals. And these 5 eagles were flying overhead, and they looked down and they saw this buzzard. I mean, this baby eagle with all these buzzards or chickens, whatever you want to call them. And so the 5 eagles flew down there and they said, hey, baby eagle, what are you doing with these people, these buzzards, these pigeons? You're an eagle. You were born an eagle. And the baby eagle, because he was around buzzards, the people that kept him down, oh, no, you're trying to trick me. I'm not an eagle. I'm a buzzard. I was meant to get my head down and have my food on the ground and wait for things to fall so I could eat. And he says, no, you are a beautiful bird. You are so unique than the other birds. Have you noticed? Some of you out there, have you noticed? Your walk's different. Your conversation's different. And the baby eagle said, no, you're trying to trick me. I'm a buzzard. I'm a pigeon. I'm not an eagle. And one of the eagles said to the baby eagle, have you noticed your reflections in the water when you went to the lake to eat or drink water? Have you noticed you look different than the rest of these birds? And the baby eagle said, hey, I've noticed that. You're right. Oh, but you're trying to trick me. Ha ha ha. But I'm still a buzzard. I'm a pigeon. I'm a chicken. But I'm not an eagle. And the other eagle says, baby eagle, come fly with us. You are meant to soar, not to be on the ground. You're meant to soar majestically as God has made you. And the baby eagle says, I can't fly. I've never flown in my whole life. Oh, you're trying to trick me. I'm a buzzard. I'm a chicken. And the other eagle says, we'll teach you. See, eagles teach eagles. Start flapping your wings. Come on, flap your wings. Come on, flap your wings. Fly, flap, flap, flap. Come on, go with it. And all of a sudden the baby eagle said, I can't. Like a lot of you are flapping your wings and I can't do what I need to do. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. And before you know it, bam, the baby eagle flew off with the rest of the 5 eagles. Moral of the story, there's a lot of you were told you're buzzards, never amount to nothing, or you're too chicken to be anything, but you're an eagle. Now fly away with the rest of us. I hope you got something out of that story. You were born an eagle, but you've been hanging around the wrong people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you are born to be great. Did you know it's your time to rise and shine? Everybody, think about it. Your fingerprints are unique. They're so unique, the government wants it. The banks want it. Now, when you go on your bank account, well, just give your thumbprint. Oh, God, everybody wants your uniqueness to show that you validate who you are and there's no one like you. You know, your credit cards now, you got to open up. They want your fingerprint. Some doors now, security with a fingerprint. Your face recognition, they want you because you are so unique because your DNA. Wow. You were born for a time like this. Let me tell you something. I want you to take this conversation to heart. Like nobody else was there but you. And you can go back to the channel and rewatch this, but listen to this. You are so unique. By your hair's been counted, your fingerprint's been unique. He uses people who are not perfect. Nope, I'm not perfect, never been perfect, never claimed to be perfect, and never will be perfect. So he can use you as well. So he used me as a champion to help produce other champions. Nobody's perfect. Let me tell you something. Like you and me, for example, we're not perfect. Let me give you an idea biblically about people who are not perfect. Jacob in the Bible was a cheater. That's far from being perfect. David had an affair. Mr. Thomas, I used to be a David. Hey, you used to be, but he can still use you. Jonah ran from God. And as many of you guys are running from his word and from his calling today, you're running, you're running, you're running, you're running. Stop running and answer. The phone is ringing, answer. He was in the belly of a whale, spit him out, he's kept running. Paul was a murderer. Well, I hope nobody on there went that far, but sometimes we murder our dreams because what somebody told you, somebody that loved you. You never can do that. You're too this, you're too that. Oh, my child, don't do that. Just get that little job over there. Be happy with that little job over there. You be thankful. Yeah, you're murdering your dreams. Today, I want them to come alive. Gideon. Wow, he was insecure. Oh my God, how many of us out there is insecure? Well, I don't know if I can do this, and oh, I don't know. Well, Gideon, he was insecure too, but God used him. Wow, Myrna, she was a gossiper. Oh my God, how many of us out there gossip? Hey, I mean, people just be gossiping about people that they don't just be gossiping. Miriam, just a gossiper. Miriam, just a gossiper. But he used her too. But now you can gossip about things and places you're going. What about your goals for 2025? Have you been gossiping about your goals? You know why we don't? Let me tell you why we don't share our goals. You want to know why you don't share your goals, but you can do this? Because we've been lied to ourselves so many times, we don't believe what we say anymore. Quit gossiping and spread your goals and spread your wings. Martha, oh my God, she was a worrier. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Oh, I don't know if I can do this network marketing. Oh, I don't know if I can do real estate. Oh, I don't know if I can open my own business. Oh, I'm so worried. Let me tell you something about worrying. 95% things you worry about never come true. 95% never come true. Only 5% come true. So why do we spend so much time and energy worrying about something that is out of our hands? Wait. Don't even come true. How many of you guys out there worry about stuff that never came true, but it's all in your mind? Oh my God. We always start off with the worst, not the best. Stop worrying. 90% of things, 95% of things you worry about never come true. Thomas, last name, he was a doubter. How many out there doubting you can do something? Doubt, I can do this. You don't doubt you go to work in the morning, do you? You don't doubt your car gets you. You don't doubt. Well, what is it when you start businesses, you start doubting yourself? Quit doubting yourself. He even used Thomas. Sarah, oh my God, she was impatient. She was impatient. He used her too. How many out there impatient towards your goals, your dreams, or maybe that's somebody special God told you to hold on to or do, and you're still impatient? Keep the patience intact. Ajay, he was moody. He was moody. Oh my God, he was moody. Oh my God, he was moody. What about Mary Magdalene? She was a hooker. God uses whoever he wants to use. I don't care how far down you think you are, he can still clean you up and use you, even despite what you may think. Moses stuttered. He stuttered. He stuttered. Can I tell you guys a little funny Bible story right about stuttering? This old guy, young kid, got a sales job, and he was selling Bibles, 5 Bibles one day, 10 Bibles, 20 Bibles, 30 Bibles, and he sold more Bibles in 1 month than anybody in the whole company. The whole company. And the president was flying in. He said, well, who's this guy Waldo? Sold all these Bibles. And we got to give him the award this year for the most Bible salesman. He did it in 1 month. Are you kidding me? I want to meet this guy. And so they had a big banquet, and they brought in at the grand ballroom, and all the guys were dressed up, and the wives and everybody, and we're having a great time. And all of a sudden, so the president came to the podium. Said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to give the Bible Salesman Award to Waldo. And everybody was, Waldo, he's just only been in less than a month. So they start clapping. And Waldo came up on stage to get this reward. And the president says, maybe Waldo will give us a secret how he sold all those Bibles. And Waldo, give us a secret how he sold those Bibles. And Waldo came over to the microphone. He said, well, here's my secret. I would knock at the door, and when she or he Open up the door. I say, excuse me, ma'am, or sir, would you want to buy a Bible from me, or would you want me to stand here and read it to you? Moses was a stutterer, but yet still God used him too. So if you stutter, he can still use you. Zechariah was short. I mean, he was short. He had to climb in the sycamore tree. Remember when Jesus walked by? He was short. God used him too. Abraham, I'm too old. 90 years old. Let me tell you something. You're not too old. Let me tell you why. You're still here. That means God has some more room to use you for the kingdom. You're not too old. Never too old. The day you die, leave it all on the field. Too old. And Lazarus, my God, was dead. Oh, Mr. Thomas, my dreams are dead. I'm dead. I got nowhere to go. I'm so far down I can reach up and scratch an ant on the belly, Mr. Thomas. I'm dead. He rose him up. He can rise you up because you're not dead. There's still dreams, hopes, and desires right inside of you. See, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the one he calls. Let me say it again. He doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the one he calls. And he's calling you. He's knocking at your door. You're qualified. Now, if all these people he can use with all their adversities, what can he do with you? And here's the great part. You're an eagle and you're still alive. That means there's more miles for you to fly, more lives to touch, and more people to see. You were born for a time as this. Did you know it's your time? Did you know it's your time? Did you know it's your time? I'm not perfect and you're not perfect, but God has a plan for you. Just like the ones I just spoke of. Did you know it's your time? Let me tell you something. Bruce Lee, great. How many guys are Bruce Lee fans out there? Bruce Lee said the successful warrior is the average man / woman with a laser focus. How laser focused are you? How laser focused are you? You got to be laser focused on your dreams and goals. You know, successful people, we say no more than we say yes. Wait, say that again, Mr. Thomas. Successful people, we say no more than we say yes. Well, what do you mean? I say no to so many things because it's not focused on where I'm going. It'll get me off track. I got to stay focused. Today, I took a plane back to Vegas, and you know what? That plane could have got off that much from Fresno, and I could have ended up in Phoenix. Or if it got off that much that way, I could end up in Alaska. You got to understand. You got to stay focused to what your goals are. If things come in your way that's not going in the way that God's got you going, your gifts got you going, your work's got you going, your business got you going, say no. I say a no to a lot of this because it's not in proportion of where I'm going. And you got to be careful. You got to guard a couple things. Your mind, your thoughts, and your time. Let's say it again. Your mind, your time, and your thoughts. You got to guide. You got to take control of them. If you don't, somebody else will. And what they have planned, let me tell you, it's not very much. So remember, Bruce Lee said, a successful warrior, which you guys are, a successful warrior is the average man or woman with laser focus. Just laser focus. Laser focus. You know, and as I think about what he said, I also think about one of my heroes, Colin Powell. He said, there's no secret to success. There's no secret to success. The results of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. I learned, see, in every silver lining of a failure, there's an opportunity to learn something. Have you guys noticed that? Don't look at it as failure. Look at what did I learn out of this so I can get stronger when the next situation comes. So once again, there's no secret to success. It is the results of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And folks, I tell you what, I learn every day from my failures. I'm not perfect. I'm being used by him because I'm not perfect. but I'm willing to accept the task. And that's why, did you know it's your time? This message was put together strictly for you guys. Not everybody, not the whole world, but for you guys watching. Because you've been praying that how long prayer. And today that prayer has been answered. Let me tell you something. Life is a journey. Write that down. Life is a journey. There are two ways to learn. You know that? One by trial and error, and the other one by other people's experience. When those three billionaires took me under their wings many years ago, I listened to them, learned from their experience. Do you know I could get a book? Let's see, a book. Somebody could write a book. See how thick that book is? It could have took 30 years of experience to write this book. And I could buy that person's 30 years experience for $20 or $30. But it took them 30 years of experience. And I could buy it and read it in less than a day and a half. 30 years of life, I bought for 20, and I could read in a day and a half and learn what it took him 30 years to live. Wow. Life's a journey. Let's go over it again. There's two ways you learn. Trial and error, which I don't agree with, or learning from other people's experiences. This call was put together for you to learn from the experiences. I want you to understand that. You'll be surprised who's watching your journey. I got a call the other day. It was Tuesday morning before I went to do another call I do in the weekdays. And I got a call from one of my 21 millionaires. One of the guys called me this past Tuesday. And his mother was turning 82 years old the next day. And his mother called him and said, Tim, I want you to call Al Thomas and say thank you. I want you to remember to thank him. My president is, I want you to call Mr. Thomas. I don't want a gift. I want you to call Mr. Al Thomas and say thank you for teaching you how to become a millionaire. And I was about ready to get on my call a few minutes, and the phone rang, and I answered. Usually I don't answer, but it's a few minutes for the call. I looked down, I saw his name. I knew it was one of the guys that I coached through the 20-some years as a millionaire. And I picked up the phone. I says, I got a few minutes. What's going on, sir? He said, Al Thomas. He says, my mother's birthday is tomorrow. She says she doesn't want a gift from me, nothing from me at all. But she wanted me to make sure I called you because you helped my son become a millionaire. And I got on my call and I almost lost it because that was him paying back to say thank you because I followed your gifts and your instructions, and now I'm living that life that I could never have without it. Folks, that's what this is about. Why am I saying that? Because do you know it's your time to be that person? So let's go back. You learn through trial and error or from other people's experiences. Be that person, learn from other people's experience and go forth and multiply it out. You'll be surprised who's watching you, your journey, your kids, your grandkids, your neighbors, somebody down the street. You'll be surprised somebody says, I knew you could make it. I've been watching from the distance. You'll be surprised. It's like taking a pebble and throwing it into the lake or a pond, and also the ripple effects of lives you're changed throughout the world. What a blessing, because that's what you're here for. You'd be surprised whose life you're inspiring, who you're changing. Did you know it's your time? Did you know it's your time? Don't quit. Don't quit. Reminds me of what Teddy Roosevelt said. He said, with self-discipline, most anything is possible. Teddy Roosevelt, one of the old presidents, says, with self-discipline, discipline yourself. To say, no, I do it. With self-discipline, most anything is possible. Wow. So those things you always thought were impossible, they're very possible with self-discipline. Walt Disney, one of my favorites, he said the way to get started is to quit talking and start doing. Ooh, what? Who said that? Yeah, Walt Disney. Walt Disney said the way to get started is quit talking and begin doing. Like Nike, just do it. Tell you a funny story about Walt Disney. And Art Linkletter back in the 60s, 70s had a program on TV for kids. Kids say the darndest things. And he had a vision. Like some of you got a vision of what you want to do. He had a vision for Disneyland. I don't know if you heard the story or not. So he took Art Linkletter out to Orange, California. And they parked along the highway, the road. It was all dirt out there, fields, just fields of just dirt, like a farmer's field. far as you can see, just dirt. And he said, come on, let me show you Disneyland. So they got out of the car and they start walking through the dirt. And Art Linkletter said that Walt Disney was, here's where It's a Small World's going to go. Here's where the Ferris wheel's going to go. Here's where the teacups are going to go. And he walked further out. He said, this is where this is going. This is where this is going. And he asked Art Linkletter to invest in Disney, in the project, when it was still in his mind. And Art Linkletter says, you see all that? He says, yes, sir. That's what I'm going to build right here in Orange, California. It's going to be called Disneyland. And people are going to come from all over the world to come to this place. It's going to be unique. It's going to be a fun park for everybody, especially kids. And Art Linkletter said no. And Art Linkletter says in his memoirs, every step back to his vehicle cost him $1 million per step, because he said to Walt Disney, no, it'll never work. How many of you guys got dreams, hopes, desires like that? Every step. No, $1 million. No, $1 million. No, $1 million. Never work, $1 million. Folks, don't let that be you. Walt Disney said, and I'll quote again, the way to start is to quit thinking and begin doing. Start it right now. Start it. When I started buying my first real estate, I was at 18 years old. I didn't know nothing. I read a bunch of books. Clue, I read books. Bought a duplex in Oakland. Put a few grand down. Back then, old FHA loans, you could put a little bit down and take over the loan, and that's what I did. And it was a duplex. I paid $18,000 for it. Same duplex now, probably about $500,000 or better. But watch this. I had no idea what I was doing. But I started with the first step. I quit talking. I remember going over there knocking on the door. 18-year-old kid trying to collect rents from adults. Who is it? It's the landlord. Who are you? I'm the new. I did everything wrong. Watch this. I did everything wrong. Yeah, I did everything wrong. Who are you? I'm the new landlord. They opened the door like, this little kid, you're the landlord? Yeah, I'll come to get the rent. Come back Thursday. It was in Oakland, California. I lived across the bay in San Francisco. Do you know how many trips I went over there, making trips back and forth, and every time they told me, come back the next day, come back here, come back there. Yeah, I did, but I learned. Boy, did that cost me a little bit of time and money. But it made me a better investor. That was my first deal. But later in life, I used to own 54 properties, a hotel, a lot of commercial, 54 properties at one time. That one deal, because I stopped talking and I got going. Let that be a story for you. Jeff Bezos said this: you need to be stubborn with your vision, but very flexible on the details. Man, I was stubborn. I got to learn this. I got to learn real estate. I got to learn this. I'm not going to let these adults take over this little 18 years. I'm going to learn this. And I got better at it. And then I got to start buying real estate left and right. No money down deals. No money down with cash back to close the escrow. I got good at it. Like Jeff Bezos said, you need to be stubborn in your vision, but very flexible on the details. Wow. Jeff Bezos said that? Yes, he did. Are you stubborn on your vision? Are you laser focused on your vision? Or you let anybody push off your vision? Vision without execution is hallucination. Who said that? Thomas Edison. Vision without execution is you're just hallucinating. Yeah, another president. No, he wasn't a president. Thomas Edison invented the lights. To think about this, down in Florida, he was interviewed by a reporter. The reporter said, Thomas Edison, how does it feel to fail 1,877 times and you still invented electricity? A reporter had enough nerve to ask him, how does it feel to fail 1,000? Listen, he did one or two times. 1,877 times. It did not work. How many of you continue down your road failing that many times? 1,877 times he tried. And this is what the reporter said. How does it feel to fail? 1,877 times. And guess what Edison said? Thomas Edison said, "No, young man, you don't understand, reporter. I found 1,877 ways it doesn't work." What a novel. Wow. Wow. And we all use electricity today. Where would we be without him? Keep going. We'd be in candle lights, darkness at night, gas like they had in the 1800s. The world needs what you got. I'll say it again. The world needs what you got. Thomas Edison failed 1,877 times before we got electricity. And that audacity of the reporter being negative, you're getting negative people around. How did the field to fail 1,877 times? No, young man, I found 1,877 ways it doesn't work. I'm not giving up because I was born for a time like this. What a blessing. Jeff Bezos, I was born for a time like this. Walt Disney, I was born for a time like this. Put your name here. You were born for a time like this. Did you know it's your time? Did you know it's your time? Did you know it's your time to rise and shine? Because you are so unique with your thumbprint, fingerprint, your hair's numbered. It's your time to rise and shine, to be that gift that God put on this earth to be. You were born for this. In conclusion, tonight, I just want to say this. There is an old Italian saying, in the end of the day, the king and the pawn goes back into the same box. What does that mean, Miss Thomas? We're all the same. We're all the same. We're all the same. Remember, the old Italian said, at the end of the day, both the king and pawn goes back into the same box. Or if you're playing checkers, think about it. We're all the same. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time tonight. Hit the subscribe button, and please, please, please do me a favor. Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I need comments. I want to get feedback from you. And hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button and share this with several people. And then I'll give you another something. Go back and watch it 1, 2, 3, or 4 more times tonight or the next 24 hours. Watch a blessing come your way. Hey, I want to thank you for your time tonight. Remember, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We just went across 100,000 plus, and we're so excited. We couldn't have did it without you. And with that said, thank you so much. Take care. God bless. Leave a comment. All right. Do we have any questions out there? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. God bless.